Lord Xander the Collector is pure evil. Streets of New Capenna has given us a new villain to either love or hate. Lord Xander the Collector, that vampire demon noble. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Thanks for hanging out with me today as I go over this card and how effective it is being used inside of Arena by myself and other players. Not to mention the hate he gets already when I see him being built into Commander decks. Guys, let's take a look at this amazing card. Now, my first impression of Lord Xander the Collector was not a very good one. Some of the people on the channel asked me about this card, and I didn't think much of it, feeling he could be dealt with in numerous ways. But when I started to think about how he's going to be played in EDH, how are you going to keep him alive, keep him around, or keep him coming back? That's when I started to look at the cards that were available right now in Arena that I might be using to make this guy as deadly as he's going to be. Now, his casting cost is, of course, 1 red, 1 black, 1 blue, and 4 generic. There's lots of ways right now with treasure tokens to pump this guy out. Not only that, he is a 6/6. He's big already. Then you look at what really makes him a fearsome demon lord, noble vampire guy that you like to hang out with on a Saturday night. And that's going to be that when he enters the battlefield, target opponent discards half their cards. Half, rounded down. Now, if by chance he gets to attack and your opponent can't stop you, well, look what happens next. They mill half of their library. Forget traumatize. Guys, this guy's very effective. And then you look at his triple threat power. When he dies, the opponent has to sacrifice half of the permanents they control, non-land permanents they control, rounded down. Think about what we're talking about. A 7 casting cost 6/6, but with 3 abilities, when used in the proper way, will just make him a machine. He's better than having 3 or 4 different creatures on the battlefield because no matter what somebody does to him, they're paying the price. Now, the funny thing is, when you look at this card as a financial asset, he is very inexpensive right now. You can get the full gilded foil one for like $100. You can get a regular one for $12 Canadian right now. The average price is $8.03. The market price is $4.61, and a foil is still less than $10 at $8.66. Overseas, €5, 10 cents to get this card to your house. Look at that price fall. Look at what's happening with the card. Nobody cares. He's going down. But is he going to stay that way? Is he a card people are going to spec on a bit, or is it because people think he's going to get banned? Whatever the reason, like I said with Oko, yeah, he might get banned. But you still got to keep the card around in case he ever becomes unbanned. You got to hold on to it. Wizards does tend to make these really silly, powerful cards, and they usually have ways of keeping them around that they intend for you to use. So when you go ahead and take a look at this, there's Kaya. What a great planeswalker. Now, her number 1 power is to put a token counter on it to make sure a creature doesn't die. And if it does die, the creature bounces back to your hand, and you, who just had your creature get bounced back, gets a 1/1 flying spirit. That's great. Kaya also can remove permanents that get in your way, non-land permanents, of course. But then her -7 is to every turn bring back a creature from exile or from a graveyard. That makes this bring back the Collector. Even if somebody exiles it, there's a way of going back and getting this card. Now, in my Arena deck, which I have a match to show you guys after this, it is a kind of long match because the opponent just kind of dragged things out a bit. But when you see that match, you'll see what I mean with this card. If you build around it, you can just keep bringing it back, and you really don't need a lot of other creatures in the deck. It's just one of those things where you go, hey, when you start adding in Mirror Box, which ignores the legendary effect, you have multiple copies in play. Or you use the Lethal Form engine and you start doubling things. I'll make his effect trigger twice. I'll make everything... You see where I'm going with this. There are ways right now. And yes, these cards are going to cycle out. Don't get me wrong. But for the next 6 months or so, what we got? Yeah, like 5-6 months. You're going to see these. They're going to be played and they're going to be there. just beating you down left, right, and center unless you're prepared to face off against it. And in some cases, it doesn't matter what you do, because when you're playing this way, if you build a deck around it, like the deck I'm going to show you in Arena after this, you'll see I have built around that saying, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and kill him. He's going to keep coming back. There's no way to stop what I'm going to do to you. You can only delay the inevitable. Now, the last thing I want to show, they even gave us a card. They gave us Graveyard Shift, which of course lets us go in and get this guy back out anyway. When you start adding all these cards up, you'll see what I talk about. Like, it's built for destruction. This is built to be played. And Wizards probably very well knows what's going to happen. They know how we're going to play this card. But if everyone starts playing it, and if people can really make... I'm just a rudimentary player having a good time on Arena. But if you really put some time and effort in, and you're not grinding cards like me, you can start buying 4 Xander, 4 of this, 4 of that, and you really fill a deck out in the right way, maybe tweak it a little bit, it'll be disgustingly powerful to see what this guy can do all on his own. I can see why people are not going to like it in EDH, because it affects people. That communal game, people are going to hate you and they're going to come get you. But in this right now on Arena or in a standard game, he is going to be brutal to face off against. And I'm having a good time using him. I'm going to see if I can get it all the way to Mythic using this. So at the end of the video here, I want to say there is an Arena match following this section of the video, but I'd like to know what you guys think about Xander. Do you consider him a threat, or is he nothing to worry about? Because at first I thought he was nothing. But after a closer look, he is a big something that's really scary. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a fantastic day today. And remember, bring a friend to Magic. It's only a game. Have a great day, everyone. All right, I'm going to share with you guys my Lord Xander deck that I'm using right now in Arena. I've tried a few matches out. It wins enough that it's worth showing you guys what's going on. I have a Biblioplex inside the deck. Yes, I love the card, but I've got it there because I got 16 versions of board removal or counter spells in the deck. And later on, when your hand's down to 0, you can use this card to grind cards out you don't care about. Ditch the land into the graveyard. You don't care. You want to get to cards that are going to be effective in the game. Now, for land, 1 Field of Ruin. You only need 1 because you can use the Devious trap to go ahead and recycle it if you need to later on. I got Xander's Lounge. Again, I'm grinding, so I do not buy cards in Arena, so it's whatever I can earn. 1 Raffine Tower, 4 Needle Verge Pathway, 4 Bright Climb Pathway, 4 Hennegate Pathway, a Snow-Covered Mountain, 5 Snow-Covered Swamps, 2 Snow-Covered Islands, 1 Otawara the Soaring City. I got 1 Hall of Storm Giants, 1 Sea of the Empire. I put 1 of each of those just as little threats to help me out later on. They are not prime cards for the deck because we are built around Lord Xander. I've only managed to get 3 so far. That's all my tokens would allow me to get. I hopefully will save up for more in the future. 2 Blood in the Snow, 2 Farewell, 4 Devastating Mastery, 3 Kaya. She's going to either bring back Lord Xander, put the counter on him to make the spirits, and bring him back to your hand and let you recast him. And when her power goes off, when her ultimate goes off and you can recycle him every turn, it's disgusting. Graveyard Shift in case he ends up in your graveyard. You got Doom Scars, Invitation only 1 Lethal Form Engine to double Lord Xander's powers as you see fit. It isn't a primary card because it doesn't do anything else for you. You need something that's going to be effective. 4 Depopulate, and of course those 4 Devious Trap. So let's go ahead, let's give this deck a little go around the block and see how it does, shall we? Hopefully it wins. You know, we're here trying things out. Let's see if we can get a good gameplay going. I mean, nothing's more disappointing than trying a deck out and losing horribly. And it does happen all the time. Sometimes I think Arena's just out to get you, but I want to show you how it would play, because if you tried to build a deck like this and take it to a friend's house to play, it's going to be a lot of fun. I know Lord Xander is just so powerful with those 3 different separate abilities. The sacrificing permanents, depending on how it's done, can be just disgusting. The card denial, like, hey, you got to discard some cards, horrible. And then, of course, if he dies, right? Like, he's got everything going for him. So, we've got a Farewell. We have got a Blood in the Snow. We got 4 lands, so we're not too far off. I'm going to take a risk and try to keep this hand. It is not my... Oh, he's saying hello. Let's say hello back. This is not my primary. I'm like, I'm not sure about this. But we're going to start by trying to get some white land out. Right? We're working toward Farewell right now, just in case it comes up that we have to kill stuff. But depending on this, if I see green, we know this is probably going to be a life-gaining, take my life as quick as depopulate. Now, I put out the Biblioplex in this case because If I don't get land and I get to 7 cards, at least I can look at the next card and see if it was worth keeping. And if not, I can dump it into a graveyard. Ah, there you go. So it's going to be a life gain pump-up deck. Very annoying, but definitely worth seeing, okay? So at the end of his turn, what I'll do is I will take a look with the Biblioplex to see if I'm getting the land combinations I need. I've probably only got a couple of turns of life. I'm lucky he didn't have other things he could drop out and give him life faster. Such is the way this game is played. Like I said, I've had lots of arena matches where I just get totaled. So now we'll go ahead. I'll take a look and see if I got a good card coming. Now, if it's a land or anything, I'm just going to leave it there. It's awesome. Ah, there you go. I will decline. It can just sit there and be happy. I'll take the hit. I know I have the land coming, which is great. I'll go ahead and dump the island into play. Still not perfect, but I'm working toward that mana. I need 1 white and 2 turns of life to be able to cast off and say, hey, here's my farewell. I also will be able to cast Blood in the Snow probably. But since I still have 7 cards in hand, the Biblioplex will come in handy. I usually use it when I'm at 0 cards in hand. In this case, I'm going to use it for what it's there. There you go. Look at the lovely stuff he's given me. We're going to go ahead and look ahead. Because if it's not going to be a white, it's probably going to the graveyard. Ah, but it's a white. We'll decline because we know what's coming next. He doesn't know it, but you guys at home right now know what I'm going to do. I'm going to depopulate. I'm just going to say bye. And see, he's pumping his guy up. He's like, lifelink is awesome. Didn't that guy have lifelink? Oh, that's the Death Touch one. So, we go ahead, put out the Renegade, and we are going to depopulate the planet and say none for you. Now, this brings me down to 6 cards, so no, I can't use the Biblioplex, but next turn, I'll be able to use Blood in the Snow, and then I've also got Farewell now. So I've got multiple ways of keeping the board cleared. I'm hoping he casts a couple of creatures out, but chances are with a white-black deck, he's got removal. That's why he's not casting anything. He's waiting for me to do something, and I'm literally waiting for him to do something. But when mine comes out, he's going to be able to kill it right away. Lord Xander is going to die. So hopefully I'll have a Kaya or something I can throw it as a target first to start wearing down his mana supply. Oh, there we go. There we go. I can't cast him yet. That's a bummer. So we'll leave it here at 7. I'll say done. But of course you guys know, going to use that Biblioplex and flip to that next one and see what's coming up. If it's not a land, it's probably going in the graveyard. Because at this point, I don't need many spells. I got lots of stuff, although I'd like a blue land so I could cast something. We'll see what he's got going. Ah, there he goes. He's got Freya's. That's right, Retribution. Good card. So we'll go ahead. We'll take a look with Biblioplex. These are those times I'm glad I have one on the deck. Oh, I can reveal that. You can just go ahead. I don't need it, but at least it's out of the way. And if I have to discard one, it's okay, because I literally have all 4 in my hand right now. Look at that evil angel looking at me. I'm not going to let it stay anyway, though. We all know I'm going to keep... Ah, there we go. So we got our red. Now, here's the question. You see, now that I got it out there, I can cast Lord Xander. I can start having some fun. But at the same time, you sit there and go, is there enough out there to worry about? And there's not. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to exile the enchantments, the creatures, and the artifacts and say, I don't like that stuff. And I still have 7 cards in hand, so I'll still be able to use the Biblioplex, which is really weird because most times I never get the opportunity to use it. I'll be honest, guys. It doesn't come up very often. I'm usually using it when I've drained out my hand. But in this case, it's cool. Okay. I see where we're going with this. We've got a Rampage of the Valkyries. Very cool. And at the same time, I keep thinking, do I want this to stick around? Do I want... probably not. But I'm kind of tempted. I'm tempted right now, guys. I could put Lord Xander out to show you guys what will happen. But you know what? You got to have patience. So we'll just destroy all creatures. We'll keep it clear. Sure, I will pay with snow-covered land. Because it's asking me. It's going to be sad when some of these sets rotate out. You get used to seeing them. Sorry, very thirsty with all this talking going on. You're like, I feel fresh. Oh, there we go, another angel. See, he's been top drawing these cards, you can tell. Because these 3 here are staying the exact same static 3 cards that he has had forever. I'm getting to the point where I can cast a whole ton of stuff. But in this case, I don't want to cast him yet. I've got the battlefield being cleared. I'm keeping his battlefield empty, so no damage is befalling me. I don't care about sacrificing a creature. When Lord Xander comes out, we all know he's going to die horribly. I just like to find a way to recycle him if I can. In this case, that's 4, 5, 6, 7. See, I can't quite recycle him and unsummon him with Otawara. So I'm kind of tempted to sit on this for one more turn. Yeah, we'll sit on our turn. He doesn't have anything. He's got nothing out there that's a threat right now. And although the game goes a little bit long when I do this, I'd rather play smart and show you guys how I would play the deck than say, oh, this is just, I'm messing around. I want you guys to see how I'm playing it. This is how I'd play if I was at a match, so I'm going to show you. So we got a farewell. Sure, I'll take a farewell. And I'm hoping I draw... Oh, that was a depopulate. That was horrible. It looked like a farewell to me. There we go. Okay. So now we got another land. We'll go ahead and we will cast out a blue. So now I can actually counter things, I guess, which is nice. Now if I cast him out, which is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, I still don't have enough to do anything with him because I'm still a little short on land. So instead, I got what? 4. I got 8 cards. So we'll use this. No, I won't use that. I thought I could do something with it. Nope. I'm going to have to discard. But it's okay. I will discard the card he saw, and he'll think I have no counterspells in my hand. Or at least make him something think like, hey. But Devious Trap lets me bring stuff back, so I like that. I got 5 cards in my graveyard. There's good recycling ability there. Let's see what he's got. Nothing? Alright. We're going to use the Biblioplex again. See the mana ratio? I'm like outdrawing him now, which is just hilarious. Yeah, sure. We will show that card again. Yay, it's Invitation. And then I'll take a turn. Give me that land. No land again. I don't really want to cast out Otawara with nothing to do with it. It's horrible, guys. End turn. So I'll get rid of, I guess, that and that. I'll keep the depopulate so he thinks I got something going on. The things you do trying to find land. He's building up a hand too, which is hilarious. Sure. We'll go again with the Biblioplex. This is like becoming a really boring game. Oh, look, I got a farewell. Oh, thank goodness a land. Yes, I want the white. I need some white mana. I'll use the farewell to wipe his battlefield, I guess. Just, in case he kills my creatures. And then it brings me down to 7, so I'm safe. And I can use Biblioplex again. I mean, where am I at? Yeah, I'm down to 35 cards. He's still at 41. It's a good grinding tool. You just got to use it in the appropriate deck, which means a lot of sorceries. Or instants, I guess, right? Right? See, instant or sorcery. Depends on how you build it. Now, I think I have enough land in play that I can cast out Lord Xander, see what he does. If he's... Oh. Let's have some fun with that. All right, you ready? We will go ahead and cast out Lord Xander. Discards half his hand, which is hilarious. He's deciding which cards are going to go. I'm guaranteeing he's got creature kill. Not my Lord Xander! Nah, he's still got to get rid of half his hand. I know, I feel bad. But this is how you have to play it, right? Just showing you how evil this awesome guy is. Vampire Demon Noble. He's just a spiteful fellow. We're waiting. Come on. I know you can do it. Is he going to start dragging this game out because he doesn't like what's happening? I hope not. Oh, Elspeth Resplendent. Amazing. I love Elspeth. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put a permanent card with mana value 3 or less from them onto the battlefield with a shield counter on it, which is awesome. All right. I mean, awesome. Legendary Vampire Angel. Love that card. I know. Oh, I can't cast it. Perfect. Let's give him Lord Xander again. Lord Xander, ladies and gentlemen. What's he going to do to me? What do you guys think? He's got some horrible plan. He's ready to get me. He's like, ah! I just wish you could like speed this up a bit because the gameplay I always find very slow. The way my brain works, this seems like a really drawn out game where you're already thinking your moves ahead, what you're going to do. He probably thinks I have another Otawara, honestly, even though I don't. Although it wouldn't be bad putting another one in, possibly. The more I play it, the more you're like, maybe. Oh, he gave it a +1. All right. Lifelink, Flying, and Vigilance. He's giving me the beats. Does he have an answer? Or is he just going for some life? He's really thinking about killing it. I think so. What's he got? He got a Doomscar that he put aside there? What do you guys think? Nothing? That's a shame. I would have expected a Doomscar. So, we're gonna go ahead and hit Elspeth. He's probably gonna block. I get it. But at least he's gonna flip half his deck. And that makes for a fun time. Look at that. Look at that. See, that's what I'm talking about. He's already down to his last 19 turns, which I know seems like a lot still, but it all depends on what you have. Boom. It's brutal. Do I want to kill my own stuff now? What do you guys think? Nah. I'll see what he does. I can take a few hits, though, without having to wipe the board clean. I got Counterspell, man, if he tries anything too fancy. At this point, we're not going to see my guy leaving the battlefield. Because apparently I have a lot of Counterspells in my hand, and he doesn't know it. Or he thinks I do. I still got to... No, he can bring that out. See, that's like a sucker's play where he's like, hey, I'm going to bring this out and I'm going to stop you. And that's maybe he is going to stop me. Maybe. But I'm still going to have fun doing it. Because if he has that Doomscar, I'm not taking the chance. All right. We're going to go ahead. Go with that. We are going to attack with beautiful Lord Xander and say, hey, let's see what I can wipe out here. Horrible. I know. He's going to go for the double block. What does this one say again? Whenever a non-token creature control dies, return that card to his owner's hand. There you go. It's pretty nice. Depopulate. I know. You thought I was going to leave you alive, but I'm not. I'm still killing it. I know. He had a shield counter, and I'm being mean, but at the same time, it was very satisfying. No, I'll save that. Because he probably still has Counterspell mana. And at the same time, we've beaten him down to like 7 cards left in his deck. He has no cards in hand. Unless he's got some beastie things out, I literally can just outweight him for 7 turns until the game's over. As boring as that may be. Hey, look at that. Let's counter that because we're not going to have a whole bunch of angels entering the battlefield. Now we'll bring back the Otawara, the Lethal Form Engine. What else are we bringing back? Anything else that's cool? I guess Devious Trap. And Blood in the Snow. Why not? We'll put those back in there. I can't believe I haven't seen a Kaya yet. That part's kind of crazy. But he maxed it out, so he's out of mana. It's my turn. We'll see what I can do here. We're going to go ahead. Now I'm not going to play out the Xander's Lounge. I'll use it for its cycling ability for later on, right? I have enough land now. It doesn't matter. He's down to 6 turns left. He's got to kill me pretty quick. I wonder what those 2 cards are. Hey, there you go. No, that can't play. Bring back that one. Do I really care about all these spells right now? I better put 1 or 2 back in just in case the game gets drawn out. Remember, you always bring back a devious cover-up. You have to bring it back. Because you need that to keep recycling your other counter spells in case somebody's going to have a flip deck. It'll recycle itself, which is very nice. And hey, you got some lands you can cycle with. See, I'm glad I did that. Because I don't have a Kaya yet to start going back and get that Xander. I mean, I got 33 cards left. 1 Xander's in the graveyard. I got 2 more in the deck. You got 3 more Kaya. It's like, come on. There's got to be something out there. I'm not having that hit the battlefield, man. I'll bring that one back. I'll bring that one back. I don't need the rest of those counter spells right now. With this few cards left in play, I don't want anything tying up the mana. There isn't anything he can really do to me in the next 5 turns that I have to worry about, so it's kind of nice. So we'll let this one go. And we'll see here. All right, let's see what he's got. Because, you know, I got 2 counters, sorry, 2 board wipes. Look, he brought back another one with 4 cards left. I wonder if he actually has a way of killing me in that amount of time, because that would be kind of funny. There you go. I'm just glad he's not dragging out the game now to the point where he's like making his turns go really long and trying to see if I'll drop out or anything. Because I'm just trying to show how the deck works. I wish I had gotten the Lithoform and Xander out, because that's kind of cool, right? Now, here's our beautiful Wandering Emperor. I didn't put these in the deck, although I could. I found they tied up 4 mana for what I like to do in the deck. It doesn't make that big of a difference to me. Now, in this case, I have more than enough white mana to just go ahead and nuke everything, so it all dies again, right? I'm going to put the Otawara into play, and the only reason I'm doing that is with so few cards, I just want to start grinding through my deck and see if I can find what I'm looking for. There he is. So I'll decline the pickup, and next turn I'm getting Lord Xander again. And all you did was basically cripple his deck. Lord Xander is like the meanest thing out there. He's got the card denial. He's got you sacrificing permanents, milling half your library every time. It's disgusting. Guys, that's the way the cookie crumbles in this case. It was a win for Team Moxman. I hope you guys enjoyed the match. I hope you guys got the kind of feel I'm going for here with Lord Xander. He's a really powerful card. I underestimated him at first, but after I've seen him now in play a few times, yep, he's a really powerful card. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone.